Burning daylight, let's go. I need water. Maybe a little bit more food. Here a Utah. A Utah, a Spino. A Rex? No, that's a Giga, I think. Yeah, I think that's a Giga. Here, berry somewhere. It's that very raspy call. Alright, let's see what else. A Rexy, I think. A Rex. Spino is after the Giga. I think the Giga is gonna lose that one because it's going into a turn fight with the Spino. That's a rip Giga. Rex is not really paying attention, which could give me a chance to get behind it freely. This Utah wants something. Go away, Utah. Well, this Utah is gonna come after me. Huh? What can I do? That's unfortunate, but it is what it is. At least it's only one Utah. It's mistiming his jumps. He jumps too far. Which is fine by me. Once it starts getting a little bit closer, I could try to ambush it and bite it before it jumps. I missed it. Yeah, I would have had it, but he juked me. Gotta run straight because I have ambush speed and he doesn't. I use the trees to disengage, that's fine. That's a good Utah. So it's a really good fight. He's gonna try to run around me again. If it was a little bit closer, I tried to chase it down with the ambush, but it's a little too far. I don't know what it's doing. It's either afraid to fight now or it's getting stamina. Nice juke. So it likes to juke more than it likes to jump. So jumps are pretty bad on this Utah. It seems like they're not very well timed, but it's good at juking. There you go, I got a bite in. It's a bye-bye Utah. this one also tried to go after me, so they're both dead at this point. There's one. Go ahead and kill the other one as well. You pay for your mistakes. Jump over. You're still not gonna live. So this is something, when I made a video where I was explaining why Utahs need to practice their jumps, really need to practice them. This is what I meant. This Utah, the first Utah, not this one, but the one that died. There goes the second one. So why I killed both is because they were hunting me. And when they're hunting me, I'm defending myself. I don't need to stop for a body. Unless I want to actually eat it, I can claim it if they disengage, if they stop hunting me. But because I'm defending myself, I'm free to basically kill anybody that attacks me, unless they claim a body, you know. So that's basically self-defense. You can kill as many as you want to. If I was hunting them, however, I could only kill one. I'll go ahead and claim this body. So yeah, anyway, where was I? I got a lot of negative flashback when I made that video about saying that, hey, you just need to practice how to get the jump bites in and need to practice their precision with the jumps. As you could see, if you want to rewind, that Utah was not jumping correctly. It was jumping way too late, ending up way too far behind me. And that's why I just couldn't. So two ways it could have used the jumps is one, jump over me, land behind me, and then turn around and ride me, or actually jump over and actually get the bite in without getting bitten themselves. But because their jumps were so imprecise, they just couldn't do either one of those. And that just goes to show that's why you need to practice those jumps. It juked well, so props to them on that. But why do you want to juke when it's risky? And actually that's how it got bit, because it was trying to juke and got a little bit too close to my mouth. And it got bit for free, essentially. Whereas you have a jump, use that jump because it's a free way over the Allo and most other mid tiers, and you could just freely jump over, turn around and ride the Allo, for example, or actually get the bite in with the jump. And that's just a prime example of why I said, hey, you just need to practice those jumps. And I got so much negative criticism, like saying, oh, Utah doesn't need to do it. Utah can just ride an Allo. You can just do that. You can just do this. This right here, I think, is a prime example of why it does need to learn to do that. Furthermore, not just in Allo, it's also other dinos that the Utah needs to precisely jump against, right? One of them would be Carno. A really good Carno, a Utah would not be able to ever ride a good Carno, right? Because the Carno would never let it ride it, because Carno is the faster one. You can disengage at any point, and even if the Utah gets an ambush speed up, Carno can just face the Utah, and that way Utah can't get behind the Carno. And with the Z, long story short, at the highest level of skill, a Utah will not be able to get the bites in on a Carno in an open field, not in the trees or rocks. In an open field, a Utah cannot get bites in on a Carno except by jump biting. That's the only way you can do it. It can't ride it, it can't catch up to it, because Carno simply won't ever turn its back to the Utah if the Utah has a ambush speed, because it can just walk towards the Utah or run towards the Utah, and the Utah has to disengage. And if the Utah tries to run around the Carno, Carno can just Z-turn, and it's faster than the Utah sprint or ambush. And in the off chance that the Carno misplays somehow and the Utah starts getting behind it, not fully behind it, but starts, basically if Carno starts losing the circle, the turning battle, I guess you could say, Carno can just run away and the Utah won't be able to catch up to it in time. I mean, there's mistakes could be made where Carno could get bit from behind, but essentially at highest level, a really good Carno will never get bit from behind. It will always, the only way that Utah can bite it would be jump biting, and that's. I hope this is going to be a good lesson. Like, you do need to practice those jumps because it's a huge advantage over any other dino that the Utah has, and why wouldn't you use it? You know. Obviously, it requires skill. You need to know how to jump. You need to adjust for slopes, right? Because here on the slope, for example, if a Utah jumps uphill, it's not going to get as much air, right? And if it jumps downhill, it's jumping too far high. So it needs to adjust the distance based on the slopes, based on the speeds, right? Because let's say it's trying to jump over me, but I run forward, it has to adjust for my speed forward to be able to land behind me. Or close enough to actually land the bite in while jumping. So obviously a lot of skill involved with the jumps, but it's a big advantage that once used properly, that's what it is. It's a big advantage. It should be used. And that first suit is a prime example of why juking, trying to juke a player, it works. It works sometimes. I'm not going to give exact percentages because percentages, how often it works, just based on the skill difference between, let's say, me and him. So it's going to work sometimes, but not all the time, and it's just dangerous. Eventually, you're going to run into somebody who's going to predict where you go, or cut you off, or turn better, or so on and so forth. So jumping is a lot safer way to do it. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. I was hoping to fight a Dibble that I fought like... Oh, the Dibble is still there! What time do I... Oh no, it's almost nighttime. I can't start this fight now. I guess I'll have to wait. So I fought that Dibble once already for like a good 40 minutes. So I guess I'll have to wait for another daytime. Oh, never mind, there's a Utah attacking it. Let's take a look-see. What's over there? There's a couple dinos. There's a Utah. And a Subrux. It's a Subrux. Maybe I'll land on the Subrux.